Hello, YouTube pipe community. Brendan, Brandywine Valley Piper, coming at you on the first Sunday of December. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying warm. It's a nice balmy 30-some degrees here. So I wanted to send a video out today. Wanted to do it for the last couple weeks and just haven't gotten around to it. This is the fourth time I've tried this today. So hopefully I don't run out of storage on my phone again and keep having visitors coming in and smoking out of my Christmas mug today. Trying to get in the Christmas spirit. We are going to be going to get our tree later today. So we go to a local place that you can either cut down your own tree or use the ones that they cut down. We usually just grab the ones that they cut down because we did that once and just didn't have the right tools to cut our own tree down. I had to have them come back with the chainsaw. So we only did that once, and it's usually pretty cold out, so we just get the ones that they cut. Usually we go out right after Thanksgiving, but we didn't get a chance to go out last week. So a little housekeeping, smoking some Haunted Bookshop, and I'll tell you about the pipe in a minute, because that was my focus today. I wanted to show my pipes. My briar pipes. I've shown most of my cobs. I know I showed my meerschaum, but haven't really gone through all my briar pipes. So I got some Haunted Bookshop in it this morning, which is a great morning smoke. And my favorite tobacco. But let's get into this. The light's not great, so you probably won't be able to see the grain and things like that in the garage here, but that's okay. A lot of them are rusticated or sandblasted. Like this one here is a little sandblasted, so this is my little Viking 106. Nice bulldog. I love the Viking emblem with the Viking hat. So cool. And being from Minnesota originally, I'm a fan of Vikings and Viking hats and all that. But this is a smaller bowl, so I will use this if I just want like a quick 20-minute smoke, or I'm smoking a blend that is on the stronger side and I haven't just eaten a meal or something. I'll use this pipe, even though I can handle nicotine pretty well, but some dark fired Kentuckys sneak up on me. Early don't necessarily sneak up on me, but some dark fired will. So this is the Viking 106. Now you're gonna see a trend with my pipes, and I didn't realize I had a favorite shape until I went back and started looking at my pipes, and I'm like, almost half of my pipes are bulldogs. Must be my favorite shape. And it definitely is. So I'll go through my bulldogs right now. First off, this is my Morgan Bones. I think it's called Blackbeard or something. Colored very nicely. You know, it's got the bones defects, which I think it just gives more character. This one has, you know, a number of them. But like this pipe because it's a longer stem, a longer pipe than my other pipes. So I will use this a lot for Virginias, um, vapors, um, and I got this last Christmas, and this one also was last Christmas, the one I just showed you. But I got this for Christmas last year also. Mostly, like I said, smoke my Virginias out of this. My other Bones pipe is a straight billiard. I got this probably a couple birthdays ago. This one doesn't have too many defaults on it, just that right there, but that's really it. This is also coloring very well, being a billiard, and I love the stem. Big fan of the, drawing a blank on the name right now. But saddle bit, that's it. It's got the saddle bit, which I really like. So this I'll smoke also Virginias. It's got a bigger bowl. I'll smoke, Englishes when I smoke Englishes, dark fired. I will smoke anything in this bowl here. So those are my two Morgan Bones pipes, which I really love. Now I'll go show you my Rossi pipes. Now, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but all my pipes are on the lower cost side. I really want to get a medium price like Savinelli, Peterson, coming up here soon. But a lot of times it's like, oh, I want a pipe, but I want some tobacco also, so I'll go for the less expensive pipe and get some more tobacco. So this is my Rossi 673. This was the first pipe I ever got. My first briar pipe. I love this thing, very light, great clincher, and it's the, Rubino. Nice smooth finish on this one. Definitely my favorite pipe. Another Rossi, actually let me show you this one. Another Rossi 8673. This one seems like it might be a little bit of a smaller bowl. But this is the Vittoria. Again, 8673, another Bulldog. This is another pipe that I'll smoke Burleys in, dark fired. And that's usually what I'll smoke in this pipe here. Very nice finish, just feels nice on the hands. I think the reason I like Bulldogs so much is just kind of how they fit in your hand. They're just very comfortable for me. And just, it's easy to hold. I'll usually hold the pipe like this. So it's kind of easier with, the shape of it. Just fits the hand nice and comfortable. I think that's why I really like the shape the best. My last Rossi is, I forget the number, this is also a Victoria. I got this one, actually all three of these Rossi pipes at a local brick and mortar. They have a small amount of pipes there. But this is a brandy. Same finish as the last one I showed you. I forget the number. It's like an 8 something 45. I forget. But I like this, and I usually will smoke Virginias and vapors out of this because it's a thicker bowl down here, so it stays cooler, which I really like. So the only problem I had with this pipe is I'm not sure how they stored, these pipes, but all the pipes they have at this specific shop If it's a vulcanite stem, they are so oxidized. This one was very green, yellow. I mean, it was bad. Um, Even the other one I just showed you, this one I had to also put in some OxyClean, but this one cleaned up easier. This one was really bad. Um, but it was on the cheap side. I was like, I'm not gonna take it back. It still smokes great. You know, I put it in OxyClean overnight, and it did get cleaned up pretty well, but you could still probably see, you know, it's got a little green tint to it compared to the black of the stain. But smokes fine, so yeah, I just got to be careful what I get there, because they must have stored these, displayed these in sunshine or something, because every vulcanite stem they have is oxidized. Even, you know, I think there's a couple Savinellis they have there, which I definitely wouldn't buy a Savinelli if it had that issue. But these are all the pipes that I got new. This one I got for my birthday, I believe. My birthday or Father's Day. I forget. Excuse me. So those are all the pipes that I got new. Now I have found some pipes at some antique shops, which I like to check out every time I pass one. And I've been able to find a couple good ones that didn't need too much work, just needed cleaned up a little bit. They were already reamed. You know, I have seen a lot that have, you know, stems that are cracked or the ends chipped off, and I'm not at the point where I can repair those. So I won't get those kind of, the ones that the stem's messed up. Maybe someday I'll get to that point where I can fix them, but not right now. But this is a Dr. Graybo. This is the Silver Duke, because it's got the stainless, or the silver band. Nice smooth pipe. I don't know if all Dr. Graybos accept the pipe filters, but this is a filter. And sometimes I use the filter, sometimes I don't. But this is definitely a Virginia pipe. That's pretty much all I'll smoke in this is Virginia, because I can put the filter in there if I want, and it's a thicker bowl. It just does really well with Virginias. So that's my Dr. Graybo. When I got that Dr. Graybo, I also found this pipe, which is I gotta look. Oh, this was a Marshall & Company, which is a department store. I don't know how old this is, but this probably is an old pipe. It's a department store, and I think Chicago, that sold their own pipes. So it's a nice Dublin. Now, you see this, I have some tape on it because it does have a crack. I don't know if the crack in the shank was there when I got it, but I did need to do a salt treatment on this one. So when I did that and then eventually put the stem in, I saw the crack. So I don't know if I did it when I was putting the stem in, or if it was there when I got it. I'm not 100% sure. But I do like this pipe. It does get a little warm, so I got to be careful what I can smoke in this one. It does get a little hot on the bowl here. But right now, it doesn't really affect the smoke, the little crack. I just don't want it to get any bigger. So I'm being very careful with this one. Another Dublin that I got recently is this little guy, and this is yes, right, this is a Medico Dublin, which this also accepts filters, and this one's a little bit different. It's the magnetic top, So you can see there's two magnets on top here. Not 100% sure what that's really for. Couldn't really find a lot of information. I did find something like there's like a cap you put on some of the magnetic top, but I'm not really sure if this is one of those. So the thing about this one is this gets very, very hot. A lot of times I can't even hold the bowl, even if I let it sit. So once it starts getting hot, it won't cool down, and I don't know if that has to do with the magnets just kind of getting hot and keeping the bowl hot. So I got to be very careful what I smoke with this. Mostly burleys, things that are not going to get normally as hot as like a Virginia or a aromatic. But it's got some nice grain on it, which you're not going to be able to see in this light here. But it's a cool pipe. It's definitely an older pipe. And then lastly, this is my last find at an antique shop. Nice billiard. Also has a sterling silver band here. And this one is, it's got a bigger bowl. I almost can stick my thumb in there. So I'll smoke a lot of aromatics with this. Or codger blends like Carter Hall, or where I want to pack a nice large bowl. This also has a stinger, which sometimes I keep it in, sometimes I take it out. Not sure if it really does anything, but it does trap a lot of traps a lot of moisture, so it must work. And this is it's called an Arlington imported briar. I tried to look up information on this. I couldn't really find a lot of information, but it's a great smoker. It's a great pipe, and it's light too, so it's another good clincher. So I wish I knew more about like when they made these, because I think a couple of these pipes are definitely on the older side. So that's it. Like I said, I don't have a huge amount of pipes. Still growing, but the pipes I have, I love. Try to take care of them, keep them clean, and I know I'm going to be looking at possibly getting one for Christmas this year, so deciding what I'm going to do with that. And we're at 18 minutes, so this went a little bit longer than I wanted to. This is the fourth time I've done this video, so I tried to move along pretty quickly. So I'm gonna let you go, but I really just wanted to show you my pipes. I really appreciate you sticking around and checking it out and hanging around and having a pipe with me. So I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.